The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Yes, I know. That didn't work. I didn't think it would. The nose? What am I meant to do here then? Seems to be a dead end. Hands on the wall. Breakable. But I use that for it, don't I?
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away.
So if
I wondered why.
But I can't interact, so I think I need to use something, one of these. That might bash it.
It was time for some brutal destruction.
Okay. I just wouldn't have thought to use that to destroy it.
Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site.
Indeed you
had. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. I'd pulled the lever right over.
Okay, so we use this now. Okay. Oh, are we just pulling it off? Oh, at least it's not making you go through several clicks. And we go through here now, and we appear.
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
What door?
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them.
Yes.
A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over.
Yes.
The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Eep.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments.
Yes.
They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
That's the doctor.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually
I thought
thinks...
he was the Hashashin.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty?
What?
A trust. When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results. Not petty bickering. Not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Yes.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition
Yep.
the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Well, this is rather worrisome. Let's head down. See what we can see. Non omnis moriar, clarior e tenebris. So... not everything dies. Something.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle I could see words inlaid into the stone. On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases, non omnis moriar and clarior e tenebris.
Light and
I shall
something.
not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
Yeah, not die completely, yeah.
On the circle's...
Alright,
no,
sorry,
I
that's
shall...
it.
In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it.
Okay.
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Right.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
And then the gem.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
Marib.
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 Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Can I take that back? Back in Nico's apartment. Hey.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword. whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Right. So, I don't think there's anything else to look at the manuscript for. Well,
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Still wanna... Still want to do this, but maybe this is where the light was coming from, possibly. I don't know. Let's just head to Syria. I mean, that's what we're doing next. So I don't think there's anything else to when it comes to Paris. Oh, what? I can go to either of these places. Let's do Spain. A few hours later. Although this might be a terrible thing to do. Who knows? Am I doing the right thing? Lobino tells me that the Knights could have belonged to the Vasconcello family, Cello family in Costa Calida, Spain. Must figure out what the Vasconcello family had to do with the manuscript. Yes, let's get in front of the hose. Let's get absolutely soaked.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcellos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcellos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Okay, can I talk to the Countess?
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcellos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No.
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why? Do you recognize this man?
No.
Okay, there's that plan.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I don't smoke.
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Worth a try.
I don't suppose this red nose means anything to you, does it?
Ah! El flojo!
El who?
El Flojo. He is a clown on state television.
Oh, is he any good?
He is as funny as scabies, without the laughs.
Right, okay.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
Let's keep going. Maybe I meant to have gone to Syria first again.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
I assume he's going to stop me if I try and go in.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
But he's letting me wander around outside. Can I mess with this thing? I can. So I assume it's like we tie it
I
up.
didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
What?
I didn't like the idea.
Ah, I thought we'd just like mess with it. Won't let me to the house. Distract him. Yes. Shut off. Oh, do I need to... Ah! There we go. And then the water stops. Oh no! Then we go in the house and talk to the Countess. No! Stop moving, George!
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
I assume I meant to go after him. Run! Let's go. Actually, I should have looked at the armor, actually. Oh, that's where the dogs are, eh? That moose looks startled by my presence.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Can I go up the stairs? Yes, I can. Good.